So we can't really do too much.
Use this as a reminder on why you should get sandbags. Oh, not convincing enough? How about this one? No? How about this photo here? Get sandbags. Make sure they're heavy. 1,000 pounds.
What's on YouTube? Back to another video. If your day's not going good, I hope tomorrow is better. That's the stock. So subscribe button and notification bell. Subscribe. Thank you for your loyalty. Being that prom season is approaching, I mean, honestly, it's here because we're at the end of April. So I know some of y'all are already at prom, but we gonna ride with it. It's okay. Y'all understand. I wanted to do a video on how strobes can increase the quality of your prom photography. I spoke on this in one of my prom videos on 5 ways to instantly improve your prom photography, but I never really gave y'all an in-depth or really in the field of using the strobe lights. Now, the only time I've used these strobe lights in one of the videos was my last media day video. It's pretty much a very similar concept, but in this video, we're gonna be doing a 1 light setup. It's a whole lot more budget friendly. We're using a very affordable, I'm not gonna say cheap, a very affordable strobe light. I'm gonna introduce all the equipment I use, the settings I use, and then lastly, we're gonna, show you how I take the pictures of a client. Other than that, we just going to go ahead and get right into it. Let's go. So like I said, being that this video is very similar to the media day, the equipment is, well, the same. Starting off with the camera and lens that I'm gonna be using for this setup, I'm gonna be using my Sony A1 and a 70-200 2.8. The 70-200 is probably one of my most favorite portrait lenses. It's very versatile in terms of everything when it comes to portraits. I mean, the 24-70 2.8 is also really, really good, but I just don't have that because I really can't afford this a little bit. So like I said, the light we're gonna be using in this video is the 8200 Pro. Link to everything will be in the description. It's a very affordable strobe light. It's an entry-level strobe light because the step up from this is probably like the 8600, and that's like about $700-800. This will run you about a cool $350, and you could probably find one used for about $250. One thing I did forget to mention in the media day video is you do need a flash trigger. I thought it was kind of goes without saying, but make sure you grab a flash trigger for your lights, and make sure you get a flash trigger that's corresponding to your camera. So you can't get a Sony flash trigger and use it on a Canon, and vice versa. Next, we have a C-stand. If you have to, go ahead, but try not to put your $350 light on a tripod stand, especially when it's windy or you're using outdoor. It's not gonna go well. Along with your C-stand, you wanna go ahead and make sure you grab some sandbags. I don't have sandbags, so I got ankle weights on there, but it serves the same purpose. You just want it to be weighted down, especially because right now, like I said, we outdoor, probably because it was windy as hell out here. You don't want any of this falling over. And then lastly, we just have a softbox. This is a 34-inch glow softbox. Once again, link in the description. You can do any type of softbox you want. Softboxes are a great way for you to just get creative with any of your shots. You can get a bigger one, a smaller one, a specific shape. This is, I think they have this is actually a 34-inch beauty dish. They have octa boxes, square ones. You can get any one of those that you would like. And I mean, pretty much that's it. That's pretty much all. Okay, so our subject for today is gonna be my boy Marcus. So we're gonna be doing pretty much simulated prom photos. So he a little spiffy today, man. He got the suit and tie on, he threw it on for today. So I'm not gonna be showing y'all any direct poses or anything like that. If you want any more information on that, you can relate to the 5 ways to instantly improve your prom photography. So in this video, we're gonna be showing how I use these lights. We're gonna be doing very simple poses, nothing too crazy, but we do have a real nice scenery in the background, so the picture should be great regardless. So just going straight into camera settings, I keep everything simple. I keep my shutter at the 1/200, which is standard for any type of strobe light. I have my f-stop at obviously just at 2.8, and ISO stuck at 100. I don't really change any of that just for the situation that I'm in right now. Like I said, nice sunny day, there's no reason for me to change any of that. The only thing that I would like is for the background to be a little darker, right? But instead of touching my shutter, I just put on an ND filter. This is just the Peter McKinnon ND filter. You don't have to use that one. I'll put it in the description though, but any ND filter for your camera would be perfectly fine. If you don't know what an ND filter is, it pretty much just darkens your image without changing your settings. It's pretty much sunglasses for your camera or for your lens, pretty much it. When it comes to the settings on the light, on the 8200, being that it is super bright out here, the power has to be maxed out. So it's at 1/1. It's not the strongest strobe light. So for it to stand out a lot when it comes to it being a super bright day like this, it has to really be at full power, and it still barely, does that much. But it does something, and I'm gonna show y'all that, once we get to shooting. Now, like I said, always remember, set your camera settings first. Don't adjust your camera settings after you start shooting. Only adjust your lighting settings. In this situation, we can't really do that because we're at full power, but you don't wanna really change your camera settings. So first, we're just gonna take a picture with the just natural lighting, just so y'all can see how everything looks right now with everything, pretty much just normal lighting, nothing crazy, nothing added to it in terms of strobe light. And with the settings that I said, 1/200, 2.8, 100 ISO with the ND filter. Good. Good. Maybe just do a simple pose. So with those first 2 photos, a little darker than I wanted them to be, but what I'm gonna do is change the ND filter. I have it at its fullest capacity, so I'm just gonna bring it down to about 4, maybe even 3, just so it brightens the image just a little bit. With that one, it's a little too bright. So like I said, I'm gonna bring it into 4 and see how I feel about that. Okay, and with that, it's a whole lot more of a better image. I love the way the light is very soft and smooth on his face. So I think I found that sweet spot in terms of where I want the ND filter to be. Any other settings or any other things I'm gonna do are all gonna be in post. Okay, so now we're gonna just go ahead and get into some full body photos just to show the light kind of working in the sense of a full body. It's not gonna be able to, you're not gonna even notice it too much, but you'll notice the subtle differences and it just specifically on his face for the most part. Look that way. Good. So like I said, comparing those to the photos that I took at the very beginning, like I said, it was very dark when I had it at 5, so I put it at the 4 and just started playing around with a little bit more of the settings, and we got the image that I like. Like I said, there's not gonna be anything too crazy about this light for this daylight because it's super nice, it's super sunny, and the sun is directly on him. If we were shooting against the sun, you would be able to notice things a whole lot more, but in this situation, like I said, we're shooting with the sun, so it just gives a nice, very soft light on the side of his face that the light is on, which is his left side. So now for the second part of this video, we're gonna be doing nighttime photography. As y'all can probably already tell, it's dark out. We have switched out our model. We have the lovely JL here. It's not a Marcus, not a more, you know, this is not a dude. Kind of look like one like a little bit, but not too much. The only setup change that I've done so far is just change my lens from the 70 to 200. I'm just gonna be using a wide angle lens, just really for the sake of this video because I just kind of want to be closer so y'all can see me and her while I'm, you know, doing everything. Everything else from the beginning of this video is exactly the same. Exact same setup, equipment-wise, everything. Settings will be different, so I'll be telling you that as I'm shooting. Let's get right into it. Like I said, same exact equipment, so we're using the 8200 Pro. It didn't make that much of a difference during daytime, but now it's gonna really show exactly why I recommend this light so much as an entry-level light, because at nighttime, it is amazing. Starting off with camera settings, my shutter is exactly the same. It's at that 200. I might even, in certain situations, if you wanted to adjust your shutter, you can bring it lower just to brighten your, you know, the background, but it's super dark in the background, so brightening it or lowering the shutter isn't really gonna do much, so I keep it out to 200. This lens only goes to f4.0, but it's okay because it's strobe photography, so it's not that big of a deal. And my ISO, I just have it 125. I could have put it at 100 and just increase this power, but I like my settings where they were, and I already turned the light on, so I'm not gonna touch my settings anymore. So like I said, 1/200 for the shutter, 4.0 f-stop, and then a 125 ISO. Now for my light, I have the light at just 1/8 of a power. That's pretty much all I need right now because like I said, it's really dark out here, so any little bit of light in this darkness is gonna shine really bright. I'm gonna show you all pretty much the differences in the powers if I wanted to go up or down and show you why I picked 1/8. Other than that, let's get right into it. 3, 2, 1. Right, so with this shot here, y'all can probably already tell, like I said, I love the way that the light is just, these are all raw photos I'm putting on screen, mind you. I love the way the light is just balancing across her entire body for the most part. It's not super harsh, it's not too dull. Now just to show you an example, if I were to put this at 1/4, fuck it, even 1/2, 3, 2, 1. So as you can see, it does give a whole lot more light for the background, but it's super bright on her skin, and it's a little overpowering. So it just, the highlights are way too high, and I'm losing a whole lot of quality, or I'm losing a whole lot of texture and details in my photo just because that's overexposed. I could even, you know, like that maybe 1/4, but that 1/8.7 for me, that's that perfect spot right now. So we're gonna do a couple more posts, or a couple more poses, a couple more pictures, show you some examples of different ways you can use it here, and then we're pretty much done. So I'm gonna get a low angle here. Good. Close up. Good. Good. Like I said, it's very simple. Lighting wise, or where I have my light, I already explained exactly for that. You just want to have your light to ask your client what is their preferred side of their face, left, right, whatever the case may be. If they say they don't know, you pick one that kind of makes sense with the photo. Doesn't really matter too much, but if you're only using a one light setup, you're going to want to put that at like pretty much at an angle with them. Either you don't want to put it directly facing them, you want to put it off at an angle. Even though she's turned at an angle facing the light, if she was to be facing directly towards me, it would be at an angle towards her. So it's coming down at an angle. It's taller than her, obviously, so it's coming down. So you don't want it shooting directly. You don't want the light flashing directly in front of her or in level or eye level with her. You want it above her. And then pretty much you're gonna get a super high quality light. Make sure, if you do have the softbox, I don't know about using the grid for nighttime photography if you want more of that spread, but if that's the look you're going for, go for it. She's barefoot on the concrete, mind you. And of a parking garage.
Beauty is paid. It's my feet. Nobody's sucking my toes.
So that's pretty much all for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If there's any other things or any other tips that I haven't kind of gone over that you want to like to know, leave it in the comment section below. Like I said in part 1 of this video, links to all of the equipment is in the description down below. Other than that, thank y'all so much for everything. Once again, thank y'all for 5K. I don't know when this video is coming out, but still, again, thank y'all for 5,000 subscribers. Let's give a little round of applause to our... I'll just put her Instagram on screen. I don't know what that was. I was like... L clout chase. Like, fuck is she doing? Weird as heck. My bad, my bad. But appreciation to her and appreciation to Marcus. Thank y'all so much for everything. Don't forget to drop a like to the channel. Don't forget to check out the merch link in the description down below. Check out the preset link in the description down below. And don't forget to check out the broadcast link, which is also in the description down below. Join, we be doing a lot over there. And also, I know I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I'm gonna be doing a giveaway at 10K. The instructions for that, they already know it in there. So if you're not in there, you're gonna be a little late to the party in terms of finding out the instructions on how to be entered into the giveaway for 10,000 subs. Other than that, thank y'all for everything. Don't forget to drop likes out to the channel. Don't forget to stay creative. See you next one.